Recently, we made a Monster Hunter video saying that we were surprised that we randomly got some news on a new Monster Hunter game. And guys, here we are again because we have a hint at a brand new Monster Hunter game yet again, but it isn't what you were expecting. Capcom are definitely playing chicken with our emotions at this point with the run-up to the next mainline Monster Hunter title. News has dropped though via trademarks that Capcom have now trademarked Monster Hunter Puzzle's Feline Isles. But what could this game be? Well, let's take a look back at Monster Hunter games that you might have missed in the past and some others that we've discovered while doing some of the research for this video. So sit back because this is going to be a fun one and we're going to be looking at the weird and wonderful world of Monster Hunter spin-offs. Even though there's a bunch of Monster Hunter spin-off games already, it still feels like there are some gems that could be found in new genres. So tell us your wacky idea for a Monster Hunter spin-off. I would love a AAA polished survival Monster Hunter game in the RE engine. For instance, imagine a more polished Ark Survival Evolved, but imagine how scary it would be to be attacked in your camp in the middle of the night by a Kezu. That's the true Monster Hunter experience that I long for. But the best spin-off idea definitely has to be Monster Hunter 8, like the video to help in the fight against the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to find out what happens in Ultimate G-Rank. But jokes aside, let's be helpful and give you all of the news that you need to know about Monster Hunter Puzzle's Feline Isles. This was first reported on by Jimatsu that a trademark has been filled for a new Monster Hunter game, and that the game looks like it's going to be a spin-off in the same vein as the 2012 PSP game Iru Day Puzzle, or otherwise known as Feline Puzzle, but that hasn't been confirmed. The article says, while a new Monster Hunter game with that title has not been announced, it is very similar to Iru Day Puzzle, a Monster Hunter spin-off game released for the PSP exclusively in Japan on July 19th, 2012. Iru is the Japanese name for the Monster Hunter series feline creatures, and the word Iru can also be romanticized as Isle. While this is only speculation, Monster Hunter Puzzle's Feline Isles could be the title of a localized remastered version of Iru Day Puzzle. So what exactly was Iru Day Puzzle? It's a match 3 style puzzle game similar to popular games like Bejeweled or the Candy Crush Saga. The game involves matching 3 or more identical blocks in a grid to score points and clear the blocks out, with various power-ups and special moves available as you progress through the game. The game does bring a Monster Hunter twist to this format though, with the blocks representing different elements and items from the Monster Hunter universe. It also features a storyline involving the felines, with various Monster Hunter creatures appearing throughout the game. Importantly, the game was characterized by an abundance of feline characters. The fact that we never got this, and that Capcom have been remastering and remaking a bunch of games like Resident Evil for example, people are speculating that this is probably the best fit. As it is just the title that we have at the moment, we don't have any platforms, but due to the scope of the title and the fact that Capcom seem to be making more of a push into the mobile game space, we personally have a feeling that this could probably be a mobile game. And if you look to the past with Monster Hunter Stories, they even ported that to mobile platforms too. Iru Day Puzzle isn't the only feline spin-off that Capcom have released though. Monster Hunter Diary Poka Poka Iru Village originally released for the PSP in Japan back in 2010. This game puts players in the role of a feline character tasked with building and managing a village. The gameplay is a mix of simulation and action elements, with the players completing various tasks and quests to gather resources, craft new items, and upgrade the village itself. These tasks include gathering materials, fishing, cooking, and raising animals. The game also includes mini-games such as racing and farming, which provide additional rewards and resources for your village. There is combat in the game, but it is simplified compared to the mainline Monster Hunter series. Players can use a variety of weapons to take on smaller monsters while avoiding direct battles with the larger creatures. Instead, players must use traps and other tools to subdue them. The gameplay in Monster Hunter Diary Poka Poka Iru Village is more relaxed and focused on building and managing a community, rather than the intense hunting and combat of the mainline series that we know. But you know what is crazy? The game even got a G-Rank expansion called Monster Hunter Diary Poka Poka Iru Village G a year later on. Continuing with the weird and wonderful games though, we also know that arcades aren't as popular as they used to be. But when they were, Capcom did release a card collecting game called Monster Hunter Spirits. Here's what it is. The game was essentially a card-based RPG that featured various monsters from the Monster Hunter franchise as collectible cards. players could build decks out of these cards and take on quests and battle other players in online matches. The game included both single player and multiplayer content, as well as various events and limited time collaborations with other franchises. But if you are looking for a card collecting experience and considering how hard it is to get your hands on this game, then you may want to take a peek at Teppen. It features a bunch of cards based on the monsters from the Monster Hunter series and other Capcom franchises. If you haven't been keeping up with your super rad content, then you may have missed out on this one, as Monster Hunter I was a Rare mobile game released in Japan. We haven't had access to this one in the West, but thankfully Super Rad and his super helpful community were able to get it playable and show footage of it. So if you are into Monster Hunter, then this video is a great watch and you could go and learn about the game and the process that it took to make it playable. So definitely go and check out Super Rad. Obviously, we also have Monster Hunter Now coming soon, but don't forget that Timmy Studios are also making a Monster Hunter game. While these aren't the next mainline Monster Hunter game that we're looking for, we should be hearing about that soon at TGS, which is only a few months away, and companies are gearing up for their summer pseudo E3 showcases. So hit a like down below if you enjoyed this video and you got to see some new games today.